Hey guys, it's Haley and welcome to another bookish video. Today I'm going to be starting my new release thriller reading vlog, and when I talked about these books in my TBR, y'all were so excited about it, and I'm so glad because in this video I'm going to be reading 4 of my most anticipated reads of the year. So here they are. I have How I'll Kill You by Ren DeStefano, All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby, The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and The Other Mistress by Shanora Williams. These have all come out in the past few months. I'm so excited to get into all of them and to tell you guys my thoughts as I'm reading. I've already started The Other Mistress. I'm not too far into it at all. I've just read a couple chapters, so I'm literally 15 pages in. But I just wanted to kick off this video with a fun, light, drama, scandal, rich people, domestic thriller. So that is what this is giving me already, right off the bat. Basically, we are following this man who sucks. He has all these different relationships with all these different women going on, and I feel like they're gonna take him down or something. I don't know. I don't want to know. I just want to let this book take me on a fun little ride. So I'm trying not to read too much about the back, but basically the wife is finding out about this guy's mistresses and affairs, and things are going to go off the rails from there. And I believe the mistresses are trying to snatch the wife's life. They're both trying to become the main character. I don't know whose side I'm on at this point, but definitely not the guy's because he is horrible. Also, apparently this book is going to have some pretty dark themes to it. There was a huge letter to the reader at the very first page that was talking about trigger warnings for sexual assault, abuse, themes of that nature. So y'all know I love a good dark moment in a thriller if it's handled well, and I completely trust Shanora Williams to handle it with care. So I'm excited to see what that's like because The Perfect Ruin was pretty light. There wasn't too much like trauma, darkness, stuff like that, and I love The Perfect Ruin from her. So maybe this one I'll like even more since it has that grittiness and darkness that I usually look for in a thriller. But we will see. I will definitely get into this later. I need to head to work. I have sessions in the park almost all day long. I have a couple hour-long breaks that I'll use to get some reading done while I'm chilling in the park. But for the most part, I have sessions all day long, literally from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So it's gonna be a long day, but I'm trying to be really intentional with my self-care time in between sessions, and reading just a mindless, fun domestic thriller should do it for me. Before I head to the park, I do want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is Magic Mind. I love them so much. So let's go ahead and go make my Magic Mind so I'm all ready and focused for my day.
So if y'all have been watching my channel for any length of time, you've definitely heard me talk about Magic Mind. They are amazing little wellness shots that help with procrastination. They are packed with some amazing ingredients, including matcha, which I absolutely love the taste of matcha. So I love the taste of these shots. I've been taking them for about 6 months now, and I've seen amazing results. It is the perfect refreshing way to start my day, and I have so much motivation in myself since I started taking Magic Mind. Especially if you work from home, I highly recommend it.
You can take Magic Mind so many ways. These wellness shots are super versatile. So I usually take mine in coffee or with just like frothed milk, but you can also just down it as a shot. I've also put it in lemonade before, and that was really good. There are so many ways to get in your Magic Mind, and of course, so many benefits. Also, they have a money-back guarantee, which is so nice. It feels kind of risky sometimes to try out a new wellness brand, so I love that Magic Mind has that. If you want to give Magic Mind a try, I will put my link down below, and you can use my code HaileyHug20 for 20% off your order. Thank you so much to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video, and now I'm gonna go to work. Hello vlog, I am home for my lunch break and I was reading while I was eating my lunch. I got to the 25% mark of The Other Mistress and this is just so easy to read. The chapters are so short. It's so just like boom, boom, boom. Like that's the best way I can describe it. It just flows so well that I'm flipping pages and not even realizing how much I'm reading. It goes so fast and it is so juicy. We are following the wife as she is trying to figure out how to go about confronting her husband about these two affairs that he's having. And oh my God, there's just a lot going on. It's like simultaneously nothing is happening, but I'm still really, really intrigued. Like it's the same thing day in and day out. We're just like learning a little tiny bit more about his affairs, and like she's not really making big moves to do anything about it. And yet I am so intrigued. Like sometimes I read a thriller like this that's just like, you know, your standard married couple cheating situation thriller, and I'm just bored out of my mind. But for some reason I just love Shanora Williams books so much. They're just so devourable. Like the word unputdownable I hate, but it applies here. So I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, that's my update. I'm about to head back out to the park to keep working. Hey vlog, it is after work. It's actually 11 p.m. so it's way after work. Well, not way, but I'm cooking dinner. I'm gonna make this Whole Foods ravioli with this tomato pesto. I've never had that before, so I guess we will see how it is. But while that cooks, I just wanted to update you. I actually haven't read because my friend who travels the world, literally she's backpacking across the whole world, continent by continent. She was randomly in town. I never get to see her. She's actually our officiant. She is marrying Cameron and I at the wedding. So she was randomly in town. I took the opportunity to see her. So I didn't read. I actually caught up with her. We literally just had like a 3-hour chat and she's flying to South America. So that is so cool. But yeah, now I'm cooking dinner and I'm probably gonna settle down with my book for the night. Cameron is out of town, so I have nothing to keep me company but Shanora Williams words. And honestly, that's fine with me. I need a chill reading night with my little pasta. Hello vlog, it is much later, but I'm at the halfway point of The Other Mistress and I'm loving it so much. We've gotten to the murder element. We've definitely gotten into more drama. The wife has teamed up with the mistress, or one of them, and things are going on. Oh my God, I don't want to obviously spoil anything, but it is so much fun, so fast paced, such a good, no thoughts, head empty domestic thriller just to like lose myself in. I'm obsessed. Shanora Williams' writing is just so addictive. So I'm probably gonna go to bed because it's a little after midnight, but I can't wait to pick back up in the morning. Hopefully I will have an update for you. Oh, also, before I go, we're getting these alternating chapters of flashbacks from one of the women's childhoods, and that is where the triggering elements come in. It's pretty dark. I'm wondering how this is going to come into the story, at what point that's going to happen, what kind of twist it's going to be. I'm very intrigued. Hello vlog, it is the next morning. I've already had some sessions this morning. That's why I look a little dewy. I'm sweaty because it is 10 in the morning and it is already 96 degrees. So it's only gonna get worse from here. The high today is 107. Love to see it. But last night, I actually stayed up and got 75% of the way through The Other Mistress. Okay, car, shut the fuck up. Thank you very much. I just simply could not put it down. I'm finding out some things. Okay, there's some bad boy pieces of information that I am aware of now, and I only have 70 pages left. I don't know how all of this is gonna wrap up, but I'm excited to find out. After work today, I'm going to dive in. I cannot wait for the scandal and the juice of it all, and to see how this like darker element plays in because I have so many questions. So I love that when a thriller has a lot to do at the end. As long as the ending doesn't feel abrupt, I feel like this is going to get a really great rating from me. And I have sprints later on tonight for Patreon, so I'll definitely be able to finish this. I will let you know when I do. Hello vlog, I'm on sprints. I'm sprinting with Sierra, who's hiding back there. I'm on Patreon sprints and I just finished The Other Mistress. Unfortunately, the end took kind of a rough turn. I'm not gonna lie. I had like 4 options in my head of like ways that it could go, and it didn't go any of those options. It actually went somewhere that I did not like at all. I didn't expect it. So while it was unpredictable, like I don't know if I would necessarily highly recommend it. I loved the lead up, but the reveal just wasn't something that I loved. The mental health rep was not great. I'm gonna be very real. There was a lot of trauma in here and the representation wasn't accurate based on what I know as a mental health professional, what I've studied. So I don't know. I don't feel good like 100% recommending this, but if it's a fun time for you and you're not going to take it seriously and you're just going to let it be like a fun little thriller that doesn't mean anything, or you're not going to take any mental health stuff from it, then fine. Also, side note, I did want to mention that her 2 other thrillers, Shanora Williams' other 2 thrillers, one of which I really highly recommend, The Perfect Ruin, both of them are spoiled in here because we get character updates about the couples that are followed in those books. So if you read this, make sure that you've read the previous 2 if you want to read them because they are spoiled. So I'm gonna land on a 3-star for this one. I definitely had a better than average reading experience for the majority of it, but I can't give it a high rating based on the way that I felt about the ending. Now I'm going to be getting into How I'll Kill You by Ren DiStefano, and this is my Patreon Pretty Girl Book Club pick, so I'm super excited to get into it. We are following a set of identical triplets, and they all are killers, and one of them falls in love with her Mark, the guy that she's supposed to kill. So it sounds right up my alley. It's like weird romance mixed with good for her female serial killer POV and darkness and death. So we will see. Hey y'all, I look like an actual mess because it was literally 106 degrees outside, but we had so much fun at the like outdoor concert series. I love that there's so much live music in Austin. I literally would not want to live anywhere else, but I saw one of my friends tonight that I haven't seen in forever, and he literally gave me the best birthday gift ever. I have to show y'all. He said, "What describes Hailey? Books, Raising Cane's, horror, Lana Del Rey, and being bisexual." And I was like, honestly, where's the lie? Like, where's the lie? That is literally me in objects. I literally love him so much. So I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was so cute. But I am sitting down to dive in to How I'll Kill You yet again. I will let you know when I have thoughts.
Hello vlog, it is almost midnight, so I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to update you before I fell asleep. I got a little over a quarter of the way through How I'll Kill You, and the setup is really good. First of all, I love the writing style, like absolutely love it. It's so descriptive and so visceral, just so well written. But it doesn't take away from the plot. This is definitely more plot driven than like a typical book that I would immediately get obsessed with, but it has enough character development and like good description to keep me invested. So it's kind of the best of both worlds right now. It's dark as we're getting our main characters just like inner monologue. It's so interesting to be in her head, the head of a female serial killer, and the way that she thinks about killing as like this intimate connecting experience is so weird. But it's mainly romance right now, which is cool. I mean, I have gotten out of my romance slump, so I like it, and I especially like this like weird kind of romance. It definitely reminds me of something like the Mindfuck series or Girl in 6E, so I'm thriving right now, but I need to go to bed because I have work early in the morning. So good night vlog.
Hey guys, it is the next day. I am probably a third of the way into How I'll Kill You, but I haven't had too much time to read today. I actually just got done with the first part of my work day, which was all my sessions. And oh my God, I'll have to show you. This is what I'm drinking right now. This like mango Vita Coco. It is literally so good, so freaking refreshing. A woman gave me and my client these drinks for free in the park. And then she was like trying to have a conversation with us. And I was like trying to navigate confidentiality. I was like, we can't be talking to you. First of all, I'm on the clock. Second of all, confidentiality. Y'all can't know our relationship. So that was weird. But I'm done being a therapist for the day. And I'm about to switch into YouTuber mode. And this is always such a weird transition for me. But this is me. And all the beautiful parts of me that make me me. So now I'm going to film a bunch of videos. I'm trying to pre-film because I'm going out of town at the end of the month. So gonna do that. And then afterwards, I'm going to jump back into How I'll Kill You and let you know what I think. Hello vlog, I've had such a productive afternoon. I actually just filmed 2 videos and got to the halfway point of How I'll Kill You. Oh my God. I am loving this book. It's like, I'm just compelled to read it. It's like compulsively readable. It's so good. I don't know what it is about this book. It's like I do know what it is. It's like the perfect veneer of like, domestic bliss, hee, lovely couple. And then we get to hear our main character's inner monologue about how she's gonna kill him. But then there are these little pieces like put in there about why she does what she does and why she has these murderous thoughts. And it's just like, everything about it is so good. The characterization, the way that the story is unfolding, it feels pretty character driven, but at the same time, like, twisty, exciting things are happening. There have been a couple things that popped up in the plot that I'm like, oh, didn't expect that. I wouldn't necessarily call them twists, but just the little turns that the story is taking are so entertaining and so fun. I feel emotionally connected to the characters, so that's not lacking at all. I'm just loving it. I'm just loving it. But I have to pause at the halfway point because I'm actually going to a fun little bookish event. Me and Sierra got tickets to meet Catherine Center because her new book, Hello Stranger, just came out. And we're gonna go get our book signed and have a little reading from her and probably get some dinner. So yay, let's go meet Catherine Center. Hello, I am back from the event with Catherine Center. Oh my gosh, it was so wonderful. She's just such like a gem of a person and she spoke so eloquently. I feel like you can tell when someone's a writer and just like good with words when they speak and they're just, ooh, she just has flow. Like you can tell by her speaking that she is a great writer and she is a great writer. I love her books. So it was really exciting just like hearing about her books, and her books are being made into movies. We got to hear about that. And she read us the author's note that was absolutely beautiful about the importance of romance books. And I just loved it. I just had a wonderful time and she was the sweetest ever. So obviously she signed my copy of Hello Stranger, which is literally so cute. I'm so excited to read this, but I brought my book of the month copy to get signed, and you had to either buy the book from the bookstore that was hosting the event or buy something of equal value to get your book signed. So obviously I already had this, so I had to make a purchase. Okay, they forced my hand. So I got 2 more signed books. I got Mayfly because it sounds like something that I'm going to love. And this one is obviously signed as well. And then I got the new Makeup, which I love this cover so much. It just looks so summery. I love my summer darlings. I cannot wait. And it's signed as well. And then lastly, just to complete the haul, I got a tomato candle because y'all, I was in this fancy ass restaurant and they had this candle in there that smelled so good. And I was asking the people, I was like, okay, what candle is in your bathroom? Because I've never smelled a scent that I like more, like ever in my life. And they told me it was this tomato scented candle. Well, I looked up the candle when I left the restaurant. That bitch was $90. So you know who's not gonna spend $90 on a candle? Me. I don't care how much money I have, I'm not fucking doing that. But I found this tomato candle. It was just like a $20 like knockoff basically of that candle. And I'm gonna test it out, burn it while I read, and see if it's the same as this rich person candle. But I'm so excited. I don't know, just like listening to Catherine Center talk about how much she loves writing and reading and books just got me like so excited to come home and read. So I'm going to pour a drink, probably a glass of wine, light my little tomato candle, and jump back into How I'll Kill You. The way that I said that in like such a cutie little voice, How I'll Kill You. Wow. Kind of on brand, but also kind of like, is she okay? Oh my God. I did not see that coming, y'all. I did not see that coming. Oh my God. The twist at the end of chapter 16 actually has me shook. Actually. What are they gonna do? Oh my God. Okay, I'm diving back in. Wow. Okay, so I made it to a little past the 75% mark, and my mind is boggled. There aren't really twists happening per se, just like reveals. Like the plot is taking turns that I did not see coming. Oh my God. I'm blown away. It's been a little while since a thriller has done this to me, and I love to see it. You know, every month there's just one standout thriller. I feel like this month it's gonna be How I'll Kill You because I love it. I am so invested. The generational trauma of it all, not even generational, like the toxically close sibling, like enmeshed dynamic is so interesting, and how that enmeshment and like damaged attachment can turn into violence. Oh my God, I'm intrigued. It's such a perfect balance. I know I keep saying this, between character driven and plot driven. I'm like rooting so hard for our main character. One of the things that Catherine Center was talking about at her talk today was a good book makes you feel like you're not only in the book, not only in the world of the book, but that you're in the character's skin. You are in the main character's skin and you are walking around feeling what they're feeling, seeing what they're seeing, interacting with the people they're interacting with. You are them. And I very much feel that way in this book. I love our main character. Wow, I just really love this book. I did not expect to love it this much, but I do. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, I'm definitely staying up to finish this tonight. It's like 11 o'clock, but I don't care. I'm gonna stay up and finish this book, but I know I'm gonna be too delirious and tired to give you coherent thoughts, so I will see you with a full review in the morning. Hello vlog, it is the next morning and I am here with a full review of How I'll Kill You. Oh my God, this book was so good. I immediately, as soon as I got to the last 20%, I was like, yeah, I feel that this is gonna be 5 stars. I just want 2 things to happen. And in my head, sometimes I do that where I like put an expectation that like a certain criteria that has to be met in order for me to give a book 5 stars. And I don't know why. It's like probably weird and rigid, but it doesn't make sense to other people, but it makes sense in my brain. And those 2 things that I wanted to happen happened, and then another twist happened, and then another twist happened. And I was like, first of all, I have a little bit of whiplash. And second of all, it just worked out the way that I wanted to. I feel like some people might not like this kind of thriller. It's definitely not as gruesome as I thought it was going to be. It wasn't nearly as gruesome as something like the Mindfuck series or The Girl in 6E, but this is kind of like a mix between Brother and the Mindfuck series, but not as gory, not nearly as gory. I mean, there's some talk of gore, but it's not really active killing. It's more like the decomposition or cleanup process, since, you know, every one of the three triplets has their role in the process, and the main character that we're following is the cleanup girl, which I thought that was really creative and really interesting. I want to know about all the research that author had to do into like bodies and stuff. That was probably really gross, but it sounded accurate to me. So yeah, less gory, less intense thriller-wise, but I thought the conversations around like family and sibling dynamics were really, really interesting. Obviously, there was a ton of talk about the romance of it all. I feel like the romance was the central part of the story, but I definitely wouldn't call this a romance first, if that makes sense. And I liked that. I love a romance subplot, but we're kind of following just the intense and confusing emotions of our main female character. And I love a fucked up main female character, so I was all on board with this one. I don't think anyone's gonna be surprised that I gave this one 5 stars. I'm just so happy that it worked out for me. There really wasn't anything at all that I disliked about it, like at all. I have no complaints. I just cannot wait to discuss this. So I was on an absolute high from my 5-star read last night when I finished How I'll Kill You, that I immediately started All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby. I already love this book. Oh my god, I just love S.A. Cosby's writing style so much. And this is his new release. It is following this guy in this small southern town, and it's really giving like strong Karen Slaughter vibes. This guy is this little town's first black sheriff, so obviously he has a lot of things stacked against him going in, but he is trying to do his best, trying to like make his legacy, but a horrible, tragic event happens like right off the bat. That's why it reminds me so much of a Karen Slaughter book, really giving Grant County series. And I know that Deja felt the same thing when she was reading this, so I'm so glad we are on the same page there. The tragedy that happens is a school shooting. There's a lot of heavy content around shootings, around gun violence, around kids and things like that. So definitely check trigger warnings before going in. A lot of my patrons were telling me that I should wait on this one because I need to read it in a good headspace, and I feel like it's the weekend, I'm not going to be working, I'm right off of a 5-star read, I'm prepared to get into this one now, but kind of be aware before you pick this one up. I'm only a couple chapters in, but I'm already really enjoying it. I'm actually about to hop on my Patreon watch party. We're watching the first episode of season 2 of The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is a huge vibe switch up from this, but I'm gonna go have my little watch party with my patrons, and then I have to do some editing, work on some videos. But if I get into All the Sinners Bleed later today, I will let you know my thoughts. Hello vlog, what a shock. I am about to go to an emo cover band concert, and that's why I look like this. Quick fit check before we do an update. Here is the emo girl fit. The little sparkly checkered, the tennis shoes so I can jump around and be a little raving dancing girl. Yeah, I'm definitely living my middle school fantasy right now. I also had a very productive day. I filmed all the videos that I needed to film, and I got to about 60 pages into All the Sinners Bleed. This is definitely giving dark. It's a lot of investigation right now because our main character is a sheriff, obviously, and I don't usually love when our main character is an investigator. Like, Usually it's kind of boring for me, and I'm definitely feeling that. It's not as fast paced as I originally thought it was going to be compared to other S.A. Cosby books. But the commentary is really commentarying. Like, there's obviously a reason why we're following a Black cop main character. It's a very unique perspective, especially on a shooting, and it's a shooting of a Black student too. And the whole thing of like, there's a teacher that the Black student shot, and it's like, what was his motive? And it was a white teacher and a Black student. So there's a lot of like, just like politicking going on in the station, and it's really interesting, but it's definitely not as fast paced as I was expecting compared to other S.A. Cosby's. So I'm kind of like medium on it right now, although I am interested. I'm not even close to like not enjoying it or DNFing it or anything like that. But now I'm going to head to the concert, so I will probably see y'all later for an update, but who knows? I'm gonna be really high in the sky, so who knows if I will be coherent enough to vlog. We're here with some 5-minute crafts. Three wars. Three ways to wear away. A bracelet, a garter, this thing. That's the ways.
Yup, that's what we do. Oh my God.
We've returned to the motherland. We've returned to the motherland.
The armpit of my shirt is literally soaking wet.
That is disgusting. Akshay's first time at Cane's, popping his cane cherry.
Oh,
popping his finger. Popping his chicken finger.
Chicken fingers popping his asshole.
Morning fit check. Good morning. I survived. Hello, vloggy vlog. Wow, last night was so much fun. I had such a great time just like reliving my middle school emo days. It was a blast. My ears are literally still ringing. But it is a new day. Me and Cameron are going to get free ice cream because it's National Ice Cream Day apparently, and they're doing like a little promotional thing downtown, so why not go get some free ice cream? And then I have an appointment at float therapy, but I'm taking my book with me, so if I get the urge to read while I float, then I can do that.
But before ice cream, I have to check in on Mochi. I'm watching my friend's cats. Just making sure they're all taken care of while she's out of town. Hey, Mochi. Oh my goodness, you're so handsome.
And there's the elusive lady. She's very shy. This is a rare sighting. Hey vlog, it's actually been quite a while. Mochi, what are you doing back there? What is he doing? Sometimes he's an alien. After float therapy, I took Sierra back here, and Cameron just got back from his fishing trip. So I like cooked up some of the fish that he caught. He literally brought home the bacon for us girlies, and we feasted on a little fish dinner. We watched the movie Old, the M. Night Shyamalan movie, and it was like not good. The acting was actually abysmal. Like, it was a good concept, it had good moments, but the acting was actually horrible, and they were not helped at all by the caliber of the script writing. Like, it was not good. But we just got done with that, and Sierra is headed home, so I finally have time to pick up my book, and I'm gonna do just that. Hello vlog, it is much later, and by much later I mean 2 in the morning. But I cannot stop reading this book. Like, it's actually an issue. I started reading, I'm like, oh, let me read a little bit before I go to bed. Like, I have to get up semi-early because I have appointments. It's 2 a.m. and I cannot stop. I cannot stop. I didn't do any of the editing I need to do. This book is so good. It's so good. It's moved beyond just like the politics of the town. Like, I am my little investigator self right now. Like I feel whenever I read a Karen Slaughter book and I'm flipping through, like I am the investigator of Grant County, except I am the investigator of Sharon County now because I know exactly what's going on. Okay, exactly. I think I'm already this invested. I feel like I should just stay up all night and read it. I might have a full review for you in the morning of All the Sinners Bleed because I'm literally obsessed. I can't stop. I can't stop. It's very rare that a book has me up all night anymore because I am like a full-grown adult and I have things to do. Yeah, this one got me. This one really sucked me in. Hello vlog, good morning. It's the next day and I am so excited to tell you all about All the Sinners Bleed. Oh my God. I literally stayed up till 4:30 in the morning. Do not ask me how I have so much energy already in the morning, going off like 3 hours of sleep. I feel like I'm just on a high from this book. And I gotta set you up because I gotta tell you about it. I do not know how this book possessed me last night, but that is exactly what it did. I was completely possessed by this book. I could not put it down for the life of me. It felt like a Silent Patient, Pretty Girls moment where I just needed to stay up all night because I needed to know what was going to happen. And it is so rare for me that I will stay up all night to finish a book that has a police perspective. I usually do not like investigators, do not like police perspectives in my thrillers. It's just like, it's boring. I don't like it. But this was such an interesting and nuanced perspective from our main character that I honestly did not mind it at all. In fact, I really enjoyed the level of commentary that we were able to get from this character. I just loved it. Obviously, it's 5 stars. Did I say that already? Obviously, I am giving this book 5 stars. It was phenomenal. I thought at one point that I had it figured out and I didn't. I did not predict the ending. I was still shocked. One thing that you should know is that this book is dark. It is very, very dark. It is gruesome. It didn't have the same level of like super fast action, hand-to-hand combat in the whole last act like I'm used to with an S.A. Cosby book. And to be completely honest, I did miss that a little bit. Like, I missed the action movie kind of feel, but this was very different, just as good. I think if the action movie kind of format of S.A. Cosby books that you've read in the past has not worked for you, and you like something more police procedurally, but don't get me wrong, not boring, then maybe this will work better for you. This definitely read very similar to a Karen Slaughter book. And I loved all the different perspectives we got. Every single piece of commentary that was there, it didn't feel like, oh, now S.A. Cosby's trying to teach me something. It felt like, oh, I'm in the world of these characters and I just so happen to be learning something or learning someone else's perspective, which I really, really appreciate commentary that's done like that. It's hard sometimes for commentary to not feel like it's being shoved down your throat or it's a little too heavy-handed, but it never felt like, okay, it's life lesson time, kids. Like, it was just a very engrossing and gruesome, heart-wrenching story with great twists and turns that made me think along the way. And honestly, what more could you want from a thriller? I don't know. I don't know what more you could want from a thriller. As always, I was really, really deeply ingratiated to our main character and his family. Family dynamics are something that S.A. Cosby always consistently does so well. And the relationship between our main character and his dad was just so sweet to me. I loved the scenes with him and his dad. There was so much like moral dilemma in here where constantly our main character felt like he was caught between a rock and a hard place. And you have so much empathy for him that you really don't know what you would do in that situation. So it's easy to just like let the character take you on a ride and believe that whatever decision they make is the right one, because you don't know necessarily what would be the right thing to do. Some of this stuff is so difficult, and I'm trying not to give spoilers, but like, oh my god, it was heart-wrenching. I wish that this was someone's book club pick so I could talk about it. Like, I just want to attend a book discussion for this book because it was so good. I kind of have whiplash with how fast I finished this book. Like, I picked it up and read 50 pages, and then the next time I picked it up, I finished it. And I did not expect to finish it. I was like, oh, let me read a little before bed. No, it completely took over. I can't believe we had 2 5 stars in a row. Oh my god, can we make it 3? Can we make it 3? Can we make it 3? Riley Sager, can we? The last book of the vlog is going to be The Only One Left by Riley Sager. There's such high stakes here. I love Riley Sager so much. Notoriously, his release is always in my best of whatever year. Survive the Night is my favorite of his, but I have an entire author ranking video where I go through and rank every single one of his books and tell you a little bit about them. If you missed that video, I will link it up above and down below. But now we'll have a new one to put into the equation. And I don't know a lot about this book. I know that it's giving 90s gothic thriller, and it's kind of giving like fall atmosphere, isolated house on a cliff vibes. I don't want to know too much going in. I just kind of want to let the story take me away. So I will let you know when I know a little bit more and I have thoughts. But now I am headed to my nail appointment, and I always usually get a good amount of reading done at my nail appointments. So we will see what I think. Hello vlog, it is much later. I am done with my nail appointment. Oh my god, she slayed. Guess where I'm going? Vegas. I think everyone can tell by my nails. Look at the cherry one. Ugh. I'm literally so obsessed. I did not read actually because we were just gabbing about Vegas the entire time, and my nail tech is usually not a talker, so it was very exciting for me to learn about her. I'm so nosy, but I don't like to like press people when they seem like they don't want to talk to me, but she wanted to talk to me today, so that was fun. So I didn't get any reading done, but I'm not gonna start now because I'm about to go get on a boat. Y'all, when I tell you I have something going on every 2 seconds of my life, I am not kidding. I'm literally about to go get on a boat. I don't know how I'm going to be, what state I'm going to be in. So I'm not going to promise any reading. I am bringing my book, but I'm also taking a gummy. So we'll just see what happens. Come along with me to a boat. Also, here's my boat fit. I got this little cover up set at Target with my little orange, hello, my little purple swimsuit on underneath. Hopefully I survive. Backseat girls, girls in the back seat. Front seat boys, boys in the front seat. This is the empty gay seat because gays are always late. How many men does it take to fill up an ice chest? Oh, here goes Sierra. She's gonna figure it out. I'm always gonna sit in the car like a princess. Do not ask me to labor. I don't do that. I don't figure things out. I'm a girl.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Okay, and then
Hi!
Hey, Sarah.
Hi.
Oh, yeah.
The blue one is stronger.
Be boys, I don't know.
Boys.
Cute. So cute.
No, we're not.
Our song is the way we live. Our song is the slam and screen door.
Should we all kiss or like?
No, this isn't a bunch. Quan! Do the Quan!
Oh my god.
Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie.
Damn.
What are you looking for? Oh.
Do you think that I started the book on the motherfucking boat? No, I did not. It is the next day, and it is 7:30 p.m. I've literally been working all day straight. That's what I get for taking a day off yesterday to party on a boat. But yeah, I've been literally stretched to my limit all day. For the rest of the night, I am literally just flopping down on the couch with Riley Sager. Ooh, me and Riley. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna start The Only One Left right now in this moment. I look disgusting, I feel disgusting, it's fine. All I have to do is read. Oh my God, it's the reset.
Hello vlog, it is much later, but I am 100 pages into The Only One Left and it is so good. I think I called it a 90s gothic thriller earlier. It's definitely set in the 80s and I'm loving the vibes. They're not too like kitschy, over the top, like stereotypical 80s, but they are fun. And the gothicness of it, I thought was going to be hard to read during the summer, but I'm actually really enjoying it. It's more like a dreary cliffside vibe. I think you can really read this book at any time of year, which is great for a seasonal reader like myself. But basically what we're following here is this woman who is a healthcare like home aide. She basically lives in with people who need full-time healthcare in their house, and her last patient passed away and people suspect her of killing her patient, and now she is moving on to a new patient, and her new patient just so happens to be suspected of murder as well. She's like the town's local Lizzie Borden, and it was suspected that like 50 years ago she allegedly killed her entire family, but now she needs a home health aid worker. So this girl's there and they have this in common, and now like the older woman is like, okay, I trust you, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened that night. And I'm so intrigued to know what happened with both of the murders that they're suspected of. I don't want to believe that either of them did it. It's just so interesting. There have already been a couple good little reveals in there, and there was a fun scene with a Ouija board. There's not really any paranormal content, but it's just like for the vibes of it all. I love Riley Sager's writing. I literally just love it so much. He can do no wrong in my opinion, so I'm gonna keep reading and I will keep you posted.
Hello vloggy vlog. I am done with my sessions for the morning. It is 1 o'clock and I'm already done with work. That is just so nice. I'm going to get my hair done, so I will take you with me, and then I'm gonna head home and read, because honestly all morning I've been thinking about getting back into The Only One Left. It's left me in suspense and I need to know what's gonna happen. So I want to at least get to the 50% mark and maybe unlock another twist before tonight. I have an influencer event to go to tonight, which is like, it's a double whammy when I have a session block and an influencer event in the same day. It's just like so draining. So I'm like trying to mentally prepare myself for that. Gonna take some time to do some reading for me and only for me, because that's what recharges me. But for now, let's go get this hair taken care of, because she's looking a little toasty, crusty, just like generally rough. Hello vlog, I am back from my hair appointment with freshly chopped locks. Usually people cannot tell when I get a haircut because my hair is so long, but they are in fact chopped. I got my little layers redone and I'm so happy about it. And actually, when I got home, I had time to read 100 more pages. This book is just so easy to read, and that's what I consistently love about Riley Sager, is just his writing style. There have been a few major twists. Like, this story is exciting. Even though it's gothic and it's kind of like haunting and slow, it's exciting. There's a lot going on at all times, even if it's not like action. The investigative things that our main character is finding out are so interesting. I was blown away by one twist, one I saw coming, but it's still just like exciting and fun to read. And Lenora, the old lady, is just so unreliable. Like, did she commit this murder? I don't know. I suspect that she had a hand in it right now, but I'm not going to say exactly what I think in case I predict it. I want to be able to tell you if I predicted it or not. I'm still absolutely loving it though. A little over halfway through, so I'm going to pause my reading, get ready, go to this little influencer event that I have tonight. It's for Love Wellness, and apparently they're debuting in Walmart. They're being sold in Walmart stores now. So I'm gonna take my best friend with me, and we're gonna go to this little event, and hopefully there's free food and free alcohol, because that is the best thing about an influencer event. All right, I will see you later. Good morning. I am at the park doing my sessions, doing my thing. But I wanted to take a moment in between seeing clients to give y'all a little reading update. In between sessions, just chilling at the park. I've read another 50 pages and I am on the edge of my freaking seat. I'm going to the pool with some of my friends after work today, and all I can think about is laying out with a fat ice cold water in my hand and this book. I want to know so bad what's happening. What is the truth? Our main character keeps getting increasingly harder to trust, because she seems like she's losing her marbles a little bit. She seems paranoid. She seems like she's mixing up her reality with Lenora's reality. So I'm like, what's going on here? Who is sane? What is the truth? Nobody knows. Not me. But I gotta know. But I gotta work. So after work, I'm immediately diving in, and I only have the last third left. So I'm gonna finish this hoe, and I'm so excited to know what happens. Hello vlog, it is a bit later in the afternoon and I am back from the pool, and I'm also done with The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Another Riley release in the books, and of course I loved it, but I don't know if this is going to be a controversial opinion. I don't think it's as good as the previous two releases. I love when Riley Sager goes a little unhinged and just has something absolutely ridiculous and camp happen in the book. And for me, The Only One Left was just giving like standard thriller. Now, granted, it had the Riley Sager writing style that I loved and twists on twists on twists that I did not predict, but even with that being said, it didn't have that extra thing that pushed me over the edge into 5-star territory. I feel like this might be surprising, but I'm gonna give this one 4 stars. It just didn't have the same standout feeling that I got from Survive the Night or The House Across the Lake. I was a little bored at points, I'm not gonna lie. And then to have this like kind of slower pacing throughout the majority of the book, and then the whiplash of like twist after twist after twist at the end, it was just kind of jarring. And I kind of like things to be left on a little bit of like a dark, open, mysterious note, especially with previous Riley Sager releases. I feel like they have given me some of that, but this one got tied up in a nice little bow. And so it was like, okay, I'm invested, but I'm starting to get bored. Boom, now I can't possibly be bored. I actually have to like really pay attention and almost like reread things to understand the layers of twists that are happening here. And then boom, it's all tied up in a bow and we're done here. The pacing was just not my favorite out of all Riley Sager's releases. I feel like this would fall somewhere between Final Girls and Lock Every Door. It would probably be above Final Girls and Lock Every Door, but it's like on that level for me. Again, I still loved both of those books, and I love this one. It's not my least favorite. I definitely can see that Riley Sager's writing keeps improving, but the pacing was the issue for me that prevented me from giving it that full 5-star rating that I kind of went in wanting to give it. It would be kind of crazy though if I had a new release thriller vlog with 3 5-star books. So you know what? You win some, you lose some. I still really love this book and highly recommend it, especially if you liked previous releases from Riley Sager. You're going to love this one. And I think if you liked Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark, you're gonna really love that one. And of course, my big 2 recommendations from this vlog are How I'll Kill You and All the Sinners Bleed. Those were phenomenal new favorites of the year for me. And I feel like The Other Mistress is hit or miss, so pick it up. I don't know, it could be a fun little scandalous rich people drama time for you, but it's not essential required reading for the channel like The Perfect Ruin is. So that is going to be it for today's new release thriller reading vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again to Magic Mind for sponsoring this video. If you haven't checked them out, go ahead and click my link down below, and you can also use my code HaileyHug20 for 20% off your first order of Magic Mind. I'm actually about to go take my Magic Mind right now so I can be focused for the rest of my day because, you know, laying in the sun is so exhausting. So I'm going to get my focus back. Highly recommend Magic Mind. And if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to go to therapy and read a book this week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!